Okay, so today we're going to do a help guide for accessing the FA whole game system for your discipline reports. So as you can see, we can straightforward jump into Google and just type in whole game, and the whole game system comes up as your first search result from Google search. If you just click the link, take you to the whole game homepage, and here you can save. If you want to, you can save this as a bookmark, all right, or we can just log in through Google. So as you can see, you come to your open page with your fan and password. If you've forgotten any of the details, you can click the link here, which will bring up a separate tab where you can request password reset. And here you can take in your details and then submit, and an email will be sent to you with the updated information that you need. So if we just come out of there and then we log into whole game system. So by logging in, brings you to your tab, your actual account. So as you can see, all of your roles within football and within the FA can be seen here. So with regards to today, we need referee administration. So we click that. So this is your referee dashboard. So this is where you'll be able to find your registration for the season. So here you can see I'm registered for the 2017-18 season under Derbyshire FA, and you can also see your registration number, which many of the leagues need you to present that to them, and also your parent county FA. So on the left hand side we can also see a couple of options. Obviously most of you, if you've gone through the system before and registered online, that button opens up around about April time. And then also there's the equality and diversity questions, which is a 2-minute exercise, which if you've completed, obviously you will see that it says completed. If not, and there's a green band running through it, if you can just click that and answer a couple of questions, that'll be really good and really useful for our data. So in terms of adding matches for discipline, here we go. So we go to the add match option. And this is where we can start collating the information for the game. So we're obviously in this season. We can select our role, so you can be reporting misconduct if you're assistant referee, but for today and the majority of your games you're going to be the referee. And we can select the match date, so it brings you up a calendar and you can go back months, just in case we haven't reported misconduct for a month or so. But for the purpose of today, we're going to report the game as being on the 15th of November. Here you can select the competition, so if it was a county cup tie, you can select county cup. If it was a friendly, you can type it in here. But for today, it's going to be a league and league cups event. So here we can just type in a couple of the opening words of your league. So as you can see, just by typing in not, then there's several options for leagues that are operating in and around Nottinghamshire FA. So you can be able to select any of those and go through the appropriate reporting mechanisms. So for today, we're going to select the Test League. Then we're going to select the division. Now, depending on which league you referee on a weekly basis, then there will be a variety of leagues selected, or divisions be able to be selected for today. And also, if you're struggling to find teams within that league, or it's not been assigned to a division, if you click all teams in the league, and this will then bring up a home team and away team option, where you'll be able to select your teams. So if you've selected all teams in the league, you'll have a long list of all the teams that are affiliated and assigned to that competition. So for today, we're going to have the test club under 13s B against the first team. Click save. So this is the referee's report. As you can see, you've got your summary across the top, cautions, dismissals, so red cards, and any further misconduct. Underneath that, we've got the options to add the games, add the cautions, and etc. from there. We can also tick if you've had the game abandoned, or if you're just reporting the game to put it into your whole game system as a just as a record. You can also tick it there if there was no cautions or send-offs. So for today, there's going to be one of each, so that we can show you through the system quite comfortably. So this is for the cautions. You can see now that it'll bring up a series of options. So the team, we can select the team, and then usually there'll be a list of players that are assigned to that club. But for the sake of today, we're going to type in other, which will then allow us to enter a player. So here we go, we can enter myself, Mark Burkett, and then we can option for the caution codes. So if we go C1, you can see if you can't remember the caution codes, they're all listed down there. And if you click C1 for unsporting behaviour, it must also have a category for unsporting behaviour. So if I made a foul tackle, then we need to add that. Then that's now added into the system, and if you have a look up here, you can now see that one caution has been added. And then if you wanted to add another one, you can do. Add. And then once that, you'll again see that two have been added. You can save the cautions. If you allow some patience for the system to recognise everything that's being put in, and obviously you're depending on your Wi-Fi or internet connection, depends on how long it'll take. We can now go back to the summary because they're all saved. You can see already the cautions that have been submitted. So if this was all and there was only yellow cards, then you can scroll down to the bottom and you can select submit discipline report, just so that we can show you the other areas of the portal. We quickly click on dismissals. So this is the dismissal report. So again, straightforward, select the team. We can select a player, and then it gives us the options. So if we have serious power play, if the assistant referee, if you have assistant referees and they're reporting it too, you can tick that and then enter their name. But for today we were working on our own, and then you need to type in the information regarding the report. Okay, so just some basic things to consider when we're writing a report. The what, where, when, how, the action you took, the feelings that for you, so if you were feeling threatened, if it was somebody coming at you, and then the viewing angle that you had. So you have to remember that in this section is your opportunity to paint the picture of the game to somebody that wasn't actually at the game. So the more information that's relevant that's put into there, that is better for our discipline team and our football services team to be able to process it. effectively. So there you can see you've got the dismissals added on one. We could remove it if we've made a mistake, but we haven't. So then we can go back to the summary. And again, everything is all stated in there. So if we need to add a misconduct, we can just click the misconduct box. Very similar to what we've seen before. So we can select. So misconduct is if someone's been swearing at you after a dismissal, or a parent or a manager comes on to the field of play, or anything that that needs to be reported to us due to an incident. You can also add it all in here. And again, the what, where, when, how, etc. Okay, and we can add that. And there we are, now we've been added. So we go back to the summary, where we can just double check everything that we've done. So the 2 cautions, the 1 red, and the away team on the misconduct. Alright, so we can just double check that everything is okay. We've entered everything correctly, the 2 teams correctly, the date, the league, cautions, the dismissals, the misconduct, and the report itself, and then we click submit. And there we go. So there's your referee's report submitted. You'll get that green to tell you that it's been sent in. If you don't get that green, then it's not been completed. And we can double check everything by going back to our dashboard. There we go. Match appointments. It's all here. The game. Yeah. The report that you've wrote and sent to the county FA, and they all appear there, so you can review them as a download if you want to. And there we are. Okay, all the information that you need and that you inputted through whole game system. And there we go. That's everything in terms of reporting for misconduct. You can go, once you've logged there, you can log back out if you need to, or if you need additional help, there's a help button and you're back to the home page. Hope you found that useful and that it makes things easier for you to report misconduct. And please remember that we need the misconduct reports within 2 days of the game. So it's nice and prompt. That if there's any suspensions, they take 7 days after the game. So it's really important that you get to your reports on time. So hope you found that quite useful and enjoy your games going forward. Thank you.